Oh, what a night, what an evening. Oh my God. Mister, hello. Oh yes, what? Sorry about that, guys. Just got back, and yeah, I ran out of battery went flat, so I'm in the middle of a conversation. I'm like, what's going on here? It's gone offline, and battery went flat. Didn't realise it was that low actually. So yeah, back home now. So back in Camberley. So we know exactly what the issues are. So we are going to go back, and I'm going to speak to them tomorrow and say definitely need a new switch. So we're going to have to get a small PoE switch for the phones, or I might just go for a reasonable large one that'll be enough for the phones and get all the PCs connected into the back of the phones. But I'm going to look at upstairs, because the stairwell is under the stairwell is actually where the server room is, or there sort of where all the components are anyway. So I'm because you go up the stairs, then you've got like at the top of the stairs here, you've got one of the switches here. So we're going to run the cable down through the stairs, through to the bottom. So we're going to actually install Cat7 cable. So I'm going to remove the switch from his room upstairs because that again that's over 10 years old. It might be longer now because that switch he adopted was second hand anyway from when I first put it in, and it's got to be over 10 years now. Got to be over 10 years now. So we'll get that changed out. Well, that one we'll just get rid of, and we'll lay in three Cat7 cables straight from that floor all the way through to the basement, and then we'll cut out the old cable there. So then he's got one for his phone, one for his PC, and we have a spare one just in case. And we'll make sure we've got Cat7 cable going from the PCs and the phones directly to the socket wall, which we'll install. And then down below, we'll install a small, tiny wall-mounted patch panel, and we'll put three connections on it for the moment. And then later dates, we'll then go back and upgrade the downstairs machines to all Cat7, going back down again. I might even do it all in one night. I don't know, but we'll find out what they're willing to spend, if they're willing to go for it or not. It's another matter. Then that way we've outruled cable issues, so that'd be good for 10 years plus. We'll put a new switch in downstairs, replacing the old switches, again over 10 years old. So we've replaced that up to a PoE switch. Probably looking at maybe 8 or 16 ports, maybe 8 ports, to go downstairs. And the newer PoEs now don't tend to be fan based, much more newer. And at least we know then that equipment would be good for going for another 3 years at least, anyway, going forward. I just booted up my PC. I've got their remote desktop profiles on my machine anyway, so I'm going to literally log in as the one of the users. So I'm just making a connection now. Oh, remember what her password is. That's an awkward one. I can't remember her password. Blimey. I'm not sure what that one is actually. I expected it to be saved in there. Let me check if it was the an old password I used to use many years ago. I think it is actually. So connect in, and we'll see how fast it is here. So the window's open, unlocking, straight in. There's no problems at all. So I've got to think it's definitely a connection issue at their end, because that's faster. Oh, then that's not. I don't think I'm logged in as a user. Because she normally has a background picture on hers, that loads up. Just open up her email so I can see whether it's actually assigned to her or not. Because it'll log in with her emails. Yes, that's logged in as her. That's super fast. So it's got to be the hardware then. It's got to be the hardware then, not the VM itself. But it's weird though, because when I was on on her PC, when I connected using my profile, it's instantly in. When I went back to her profile, it was like hanging around for 2 minutes long. So it's got to be connection. So we'll do that. I think we've ruled out first cable switch change. See how that rolls. If it's still slow and sluggish, I will suggest an upgrade her SSD drive to something a bit more bigger because she's almost filled it up. I will suggest a new PC for him upstairs as well because that's a very old PC as well. Get that changed out. Screen's fine anyway. The screen will be fine. So we'll do that. that's like instantly in there. That's confusing. Connecting the same port number, same user ID, and that's absolutely quick. So it's got to be the cables and connection there. So at least we know what to look at. So I will make that advisement tomorrow when they're actually back at work, because now it's like nearly, or it's 10:30 tonight. So at least we got there anyway. I'm gonna set up his profile actually on here to make sure that logs in fine as well. But it all looks okay. So so we'll do that first anyway. A line of, that's the trouble is when you're dealing with hardware and equipment and cables, it's a big expense. And judging this, you've got to be quite sure that it's cable, because if you end up spending money on the cable and new switches, and it still acts the same, they're going to turn and say, "Well, it wasn't that then, was it? You wasted all that money." So it's like that catch-22, you know. But it needs replacing anyway because it is old. So I think that's going to be the first. Well, the cable was adopted from the building when they moved into it anyway, which is Cat 5. It's not in Cat 5e. It's old Cat 5, and they're not even patch paneled. It's one end goes into a socket on the wall they plug into, and downstairs it goes onto a plug that plugs into the switch. There's no patch panel at the other end, so we'll replace that. And I might install one of those wireless access points, the cloud one that I manage at the moment with the equipment I use. It's the Linksys product, so we'll get them to buy a cloud hub, because they're using the Wi-Fi from the broadband itself, which is downstairs in the basement. And I know the guy upstairs on the top floor I've seen does have wireless issues from time to time, so we might get one of them, install that on the first floor, which then will give him a good signal upstairs. Otherwise, his signal is trying to go all the way through down to the basement level, where the ones on the ground floor level, they've only got a floor to go through, and so they get a stronger signal. He doesn't. So we might do that then, bring that up to the same level floor, put it up on the wall. We've got nice space on the wall above the printer that can just be installed there, giving a nice Wi-Fi connection for their phones and tablets as well. So I'm gonna say to them, this is what you need. This is, and we'll video it. Video once I do it as well. So video the cable install, video the changing the switches out. So I'm just hate saying to clients, spend this, and find out it doesn't work, because then they say, why did we spend that money? We was all right on the rest of it. But no, it does. It's old. It does need doing. So I'll suggest that to them anyway. But I will play around with their profile here. Hiya. A little bit longer just to make sure, because I'm just checking the settings. They are on the right port numbers. It's not another one I'm connecting into. I'm using the right account details. I am. So yeah, I'm just going to connect into it again. Connect. So going in. Just make sure it wasn't fluke. Unlocking straight in. Yeah. So yeah. So there's definitely nothing wrong with this side of the network anyway. So what are we talking about today? Yeah, we've just been the video remote desktop part 1 is one I was talking about. We was actually in Guildford early this evening, sorting out some slow issues and why the remote desktop was taking so long to connect. So that's what we was talking about. So we are talking about replacing some cables and some switches, because their cables is Cat 5, very old Cat 5. They adopted it from when they moved into the building, and the switches are over 10 years old. They need changing out. The one downstairs is making an awful noise with the fan, so it's showing its age. So that's where we're up to on that side. Go back to watch the other one, then you'll catch up where we were on that side. So yeah, that's all I've got time. So I apologise for that last for my phone going dead and got halfway through what we was doing. We now got come to a conclusion. So it's now time to replace the kit and let them know the bad news tomorrow. And I will do an update video on this to say how that went, whether they went for the upgrade. And if they do go for the upgrade, you can follow me on the upgrade when we do it as well. So they're not pretty good. They'll normally say, that's fine. They normally pay straight away. They normally get the kit in and tell it's all there. And I just go and do the job nice and easy. So I will keep you guys posting that one as well. More stuff to come up as well. To use software. They don't use any software apart from the remote desktops which they connect into, and it's all there for them on the office side. It's just a physical PC and cables and internet. Right, I'm off, guys. So thanks, guys, for watching, and I will do some more live ones very soon as well. I got lots of videos to edit and get up. I'm in the middle of copying a lot of my data. I'm copying over 30 terabytes raw storage of all my stuff I've been doing over the last few years onto a new Unraid server, and it's taking forever copying. I mean, I think one folder was just over 200 terabytes in size. No, not 200 terabytes. Yeah, 200. No, 2 terabytes. It was over 2 terabytes in size. It took 40 hours to copy. I'm only using a gigabit network where the two servers are, so it is a bit slow. I need to go up. I need to upgrade to 10 gig network to make my file copying faster, because that's a pain in the backside. And I shoot video daily on a daily basis in 4K, so they are large files I deal with. So that's a possibility coming up as well. Changing my home network to 10 gig, where my man cave is, changing that to 10 gig as well, because I use that as like an off-site backup to my flat, because it's in a different location to me. So I work here and edit here, and then I normally have the little NAS box here synchronizing with the Unraid server, which is a few miles away in my man cave, and that's like an off-site backup solution for me. And my cat's come to say hello, so it's in him all day. So again, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed before, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon as well to notify next time I come online, next time a video gets uploaded. You can keep up to date with it all. And we've got lots of nice things coming in this way to review as well. So don't play with my wireless kit. And I'm using the Wireless Go microphones. This is a lav mic connected to my pack, and I've got the wireless, so I've got freedom to move around with no cables, and it's my audio is a bit more better anyway. I'm recording live off my Samsung phone, so I did some nice jewelry videos today at a jewelry shop, which is quite cool. And I was testing out the iPad Pro, which has got an awesome 4K camera, and we did some shots of that with the jewelry as well, and it comes up pretty damn good. So I might update my website very soon with all those details on it as well. Got some new gear to review, which is on my Jack's Gear channel, and we've got lots of IT stuff coming up to do as well, so stay tuned for that. And thanks for watching, guys, and see you soon. And it's a night from me. Bye.